All right, so if we take a step back and ask, what did WikiLeaks really reveal? Was it truly shocking? Was it tabloid gossip? Was it actually in the public interest? Well, these are all questions being asked by journalists and lawmakers alike. To help us answer them, we've brought in investigative journalist and RT contributor Wayne Madsen. Wayne, WikiLeaks, certainly a huge story, and the man whose face is behind this website, Julian Assange, he seems to be getting more and more famous with each release of each wiki dump, as we've been calling it. I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction right here. This is usually the time of year that Time releases its Person of the Year. I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably going to be Julian Assange. What do you think?
Well, look, they've had as Time Person of the Year in the past some pretty infamous people. I think Stalin, Hitler were all Men of the Year. I am still looking at the fact that other than all the gossipy stuff, and what this does show is that U.S. diplomats, both career, foreign service, and political appointees, are the biggest gossip hounds in the world. I mean, they go to these cocktail parties, they hear something, they don't vet it. Like a journalist will get more than one source. We all do that. They hear something in a cocktail party, and they put it in a cable back to Washington. And, I mean, this is what I think is worrisome. This is the kind of stuff you would see in any tabloid. But I think what's more worrisome, the spying on the UN, trying to get DNA, iris scans, fingerprints from world leaders, including the presidential candidates in Paraguay. DNA, right after Fernando Lugo was elected president in Paraguay, he was hit with a paternity suit. He had to give his DNA samples. So what's going on? Now we know from the Financial Times that the CIA requested the State Department to get that information, that data. This is the downside. The other stuff is all fun. Everybody knows that Berlusconi is a bore. Sarkozy is really self-conscious about his height, and he is like an emperor without clothes. That Stephen Harper is like Robin to our Batman. They use that term quite a bit, Batman and Robin. It seems like these diplomats are reading a lot of comic books as well.
I noticed when I asked you about the Person of the Year, you said it wouldn't be surprising. You said Stalin and Hitler have been on the cover. I mean, but Julian Assange, I don't know if that's a fair assertion to compare him to people like Stalin and Hitler. I mean, last year it was Ben Bernanke.
Well,
don't you think his impact has been significant? Well,
I think it's been significant, but I also think he has caused a lot of problems because it looks like these cables are selectively cherry-picked. Even Assange stated in an interview with Time that he thought the best reception of any world leader was that of Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu has praised these, saying, "Hey, we come off looking pretty good." So, if that's who he's like aligning himself with, somebody who is not interested in peace, and we have all this negative stuff about the Arab countries, Turkey, Russia. I think this goes to show that is there a hidden agenda here? And I guess Assange just today said something about his next big releases are going to be UFO documents. Hey, he keeps his name and face in the news. I think he is a publicity hound more than anything else.
I think you read my mind because I was going to ask you, you know, here in America,
oh, there's something UFO
here in America, we don't like surprises. We always like to predict what's next. So, so I was going to ask you what you think, and I know I've read that too, that it's going to be UFO related. I've also read it's going to target some big banks and talk about their secrets. What do you think is going to come in the next week?
Well, I will reassess Assange if he has documents to show that the UFOs are going to land and take all the bankers off to another planet and rid this world of these terrible bankers. Then I'll reassess. I'll say, hey, the guy has done some good here, and he knew about this in advance.
Then he actually would be very deserving of the Time magazine.
Nobel Peace Prize, absolutely, and economics.
All right, you heard it here first. If the aliens take over the banks, well, then God bless America. Julian Assange gets our vote. All right, RT contributor, investigative journalist Wayne Madsen.